New York City's making this ridiculous move to ban coal-fired pizza ovens. Why? Because they say they're causing global warming. Well, the DeSantis campaign heard that and reached out and asked me if I wanted to grab a slice with the governor. I said, sure, let's go to Grimaldi's. Governor, this is Anthony. He's one of the co-owners here at Grimaldi's.
It's a pleasure, Governor.
Yeah.
Thanks for being down in Florida.
Oh,
too.
you're the best.
Yeah.
Crazy oven the government wants to crack down on. What's going on here, Anthony?
This is the culprit over here, this guy. This is 100% American. This is U.S. coal from Pennsylvania. It's the best, cleanest burning coal there ever is.
Well, I can tell you this. So in Florida, when they went after the gas stoves, we just made gas stoves tax-free in Florida, no sales tax. We will do something similar for these coal-fired ovens. And so if we need New York City pizza to come down to Florida, we're going to roll out the red carpet for you guys.
Thank you, Governor.
All right.
So just let her rip like this?
Yeah, let her rip.
All right. So this is the coal-fired oven pizza.
Yeah.
And according to the government, this is killing the environment. Let's have a slice.
Let her rip. Oh, man.
That's good.
Really good. The idea they would be going after this, I mean, honestly, I see a lot of the people leaving New York who complain about what goes on up here, but even I wouldn't have believed that they would have dreamt of going after this. This is a staple of this city.
Of all the things going on here, you got crime, you got homelessness, you got drugs, they're going after ovens. Why does the government do that?
They just want to control. You have an itch on the left. They want to control behavior. We saw the same thing with COVID. A lot of that wasn't about your health. It was about they wanted to control your behavior. So they just don't want people to be happy and be able to make their own decisions. They were going after gas stoves in Florida. We made them tax-free. We may have to do some incentives for the coal-fired pizza because you know what? We'll take it.
They're going to want us to microwave this pizza. So you're running all over the place. You're in the border. You just got back from Texas. After seeing what's going on down there, has that changed your opinion of immigration?
It confirmed what I had known. I've also been down at the border in Arizona, and it's worse than you think when you actually get down there. And the impunity with which the cartels operate. I was literally at a place in Arizona. There's a piece of wall that it just kind of stops. So the guy just goes on the other side of where the wall ends, look out. He just motions for people to go. There's no border patrol to be found. They're in town processing people. And so they're bringing product into our country. They're killing a lot of people. So one of the things that what I saw, the places where there were barriers, the cartels will actually cut through the steel beams and they'll smuggle in backpacks with a lot of drugs. So what I said is, wait a minute. We defend the territory of our own country. We'll have military, we'll have everyone down there. If you are in the cartels cutting through our fence to bring drugs in, that's going to be the last thing you do because we're going to leave you stone cold dead. We are having adequate rules of engagement.
What is Bidenomics?
Bidenomics is you pay more for the necessities of life. And he has this grand global warming vision with all the Green New Deal. You will pay more for everyday energy, transportation, and groceries. We've seen it happen in other parts of the world. That's what he wants in store for the average American.
He's listening a lot to AOC. AOC is probably right around the corner here. She has huge influence on this administration. Some people say the squad calls the shots at this White House. How do you interpret that? You're a Florida guy when you see these people up in New York saying these crazy things.
Well, you know, the last time I saw AOC was during COVID when she was attacking Florida for being open. Next thing you know, she's on South Beach just living the life. You know, look, we welcome all comers. We can be the world's dominant energy producer. AOC and the Green New Deal they want to do, they'll let China do this stuff with impunity, impose draconian restrictions on us. It makes our manufacturing less competitive with China. And we've had a hard enough time keeping up with China.
Do you think China has something on the Bidens?
I think the Bidens have lined their pockets in a variety of different countries, including China. And I think Biden has been very deferential to Xi Jinping. And you have to understand, why would you be doing that, given that China clearly represents our toughest adversary right now?
When you see Hunter get away with tax fraud, and you see all this money flying into the family bank accounts and all these lies being told by the president, if you ever to become president, would you have an attorney general that would look into these crimes?
We are going to have one standard of justice. And right now, if you are connected to the D.C. ruling class, you get a pass on a lot of conduct. If Hunter were a Republican, he would have been in jail a long time ago. And so there's not going to be any preferential treatment for these people. If they've committed crimes, they are going to have to live under the same set of laws that the rest of us have to do.
Let's talk less and eat more pizza.
All righty. Let's do it. Now, what's your favorite type of pizza? I mean, you've spent time in New York.
I like the grandma slice. I love the margarita. Grimaldi's has the best slice around. And they're good guys. They love Fox. And that's one of the reasons we're here.
And they have outposts in Florida. And I'll tell you, what they do in Florida is excellent.
Your wife, they say, is your secret weapon. Why is that?
Well, one, I mean, she's just a good person. She's a great mother. She's a great wife. And she's been a great first lady that's really helped a lot of less fortunate people. And so people just are drawn to her. But she's very passionate. I mean, she's a true believer in what we've done in Florida and that this country needs to get on a better course. And so I think when it's authentic, people can kind of see that and it becomes infectious.
More popular than you?
Look, I'll tell you this. I mean, she would never want to run, but I would, if I were like a Republican running in a primary, I would never want to run against her. I mean, she'd be really, really tough because people like her.
Do you hear from voters in Florida, Ron, we miss you? You're out in Iowa, you're out in New Hampshire.
I'm still working, though. So, we're signing bills still. We're vetoing bills. We're still doing all of that.
You're doing both. You're running for president and you're governor.
I'm just sleeping less. Yeah. I mean, in fact, we vetoed a bill on Monday. They wanted to raise interest rates on consumer loans. And I'm thinking, like, they already have enough Bidenflation. Let's stand up for the little guy here. So we did that. We've signed some good legislation this week, and we do more. You just got to prioritize. I don't watch TV. I don't do a lot of the other stuff. I kind of like look after my wife and kids with them, do what I have to do as governor, and then do this.
You watch Fox, though, right?
We do, yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, we're definitely going to start watching at 8 o'clock when you take over, man.
There you
Congratulations.
Go. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Is this where you'd expected to be right now when you announced right now you're about 30, maybe 40 points down in the primary? How would you assess yourself?
Yeah, look, I mean, most people aren't even paying attention there. I don't expect to see any major shakeup. I think as we'll go, we're laying the groundwork to be able to do well in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada, and Super Tuesday. It's laborious. And what I found in the early states, they know I'm a good governor. They know Florida's done well. They like me. And then when they get to see me talk about the vision, some of the things you and I have talked about, some other things, they're really impressed and a lot of them want to help. And so we're just going to have to take that case in all those states for the next many months.
When you approach people, voters in these town halls and these diners, when they come up to you and shake your hand, what's the main thing they tell you?
Well, a lot of them say, thank you for running. I was really impressed with what I saw, and I want to be helpful. I mean, we've been winning a lot of people over. These are very discerning voters, and kind of the people that are coming out now are like really, really engaged voters. I think as we get closer, you're going to start to see more voters engage in the process. People want to see you, and they want you to make the case to them, and that's what we're going to do.
Trump says you're disloyal. Do you feel that way?
Disloyal to who? I mean, politicians have to earn support. They're not entitled to support. I did a lot for him in 2016 and 2020, by the way. I was happy to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm loyal to my family, to our Constitution, and to the good Lord. And I have a vision. I think I'm the guy that can beat Biden. But even more importantly, no more excuses on these issues. I'm going to get all of this stuff done. We'll have a plan on day one to get going and get cracking. We'll give you 2 great terms for 8 years and really get the country on a fundamentally different path. I think I'm the guy to do it, and so I have the responsibility to step up and serve.
What's with Gavin Newsom?
Well, I was born and raised in Florida.